Hello, my name is Michelle. Welcome back to another video. I'm a reflexologist and I mainly like to make videos on reflexology. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you how reflexology helped me to get pregnant. So before I fell pregnant, I would do some of these moves on myself. So you've got the hand reflexes and the foot reflexes, which I will show you both of those. It's quite simple. I've shown some of these moves in the other videos, but I'm really going to focus on reflexology points that you can do pre-ovulation and post-ovulation. If you're not sure when you ovulate, it's a good idea to kind of start tracking to see when you think you might be. If you have a regular 28-day cycle, you will most likely be ovulating around day 14. It completely varies for everyone, but around that kind of time is usually when you'll be ovulating. So if you have a longer cycle, say you had a 40-day cycle, you're not sure when you ovulate, generally take around 12 to 14 days off the 40, and that would be around when you're ovulating. So that would be around day 26 or day 28. You can kind of work out yourself when you think you may be ovulating. I've got a whole video on ovulation that I will link below that you can look at separately. But today I'm just going to show you points on the hands and the feet that can help you get pregnant. So on the hands, you have your pituitary gland in the middle of your thumb on both sides. So you want to be stimulating that point. So you can do this up to ovulation, like I said. So these points now are from the first day of your period up until ovulation. So you want to be stimulating those points as much as you can. The pituitary gland is known as your master gland and will really help to stimulate all of your hormones. Kind of, if they're a bit slow or sluggish, things aren't quite working properly, that will really help to stimulate them and really kickstart them and get some good energy going there. So you want to stimulate that as much as possible. So work in the centre of a thumb here. And then you want to be working your ovary point, which is in the dip here, and then you've got your uterus point here on both sides. So you want to be stimulating those, so be pressing in and stimulating those as much as you can. So again, this is really helping. Pre-ovulation, you're working your ovary points. This is really helping to kind of work the ovaries, get the follicles growing, and really stimulate and help with ovulation. The uterus, you want to be working that. So the uterus lining will be building up gradually throughout your cycle, and by working this, it's just going to help encourage this process. So ovaries to uterus, both sides, stimulate those as much as you can. So that's before you ovulate. Anytime after ovulation, you can lightly work your pituitary gland. So don't really press in like you would have been doing before ovulation, but just work it a bit more lightly. You can work ovaries. So again, work the ovaries. You can do this with a fairly medium pressure, and this is going to help with the progesterone, keeping the progesterone up in the luteal phase of your cycle. With your uterus, you really want to just be very gently working it, almost like you're kind of barely even touching it. So work it as if you're kind of like giving it love, giving it nourishment and warmth, and just because it will be building up, you want the uterus lining to be really nice and spongy. So this is just going to encourage the uterus just to keep working. So you don't want to press it really hard, because if there is something going on, if there's a embryo trying to implant, you don't want to potentially disrupt anything that's going on there. So that is what you can do post-ovulation. So really simple. What I would say is just try and be consistent with it and you're good to go. So now I'm going to show you on the feet. So obviously the feet are a bit harder to access than the hands, so you'll probably find that you may just do the foot reflexes in the evening, and that's fine if you've been doing the hand reflexes throughout the day. So I will show you the feet now. So for the foot points, they're the same on each foot. So I'm just going to show you on one foot and then you can replicate on the other side. So this is pre-ovulation, so from day 1 of your cycle up until ovulation. So the same points as the hands but on the feet. So you've got your pituitary gland which is located in the middle of your toe, middle of your big toe. So you want to be stimulating that, and you can go with a firm pressure with this, so you can go in quite firm. And then you want to be stimulating the uterus reflex, which is located here, and your ovary reflex, which is located on exactly the same on the other side. So you want to be stimulating your uterus to help with the lining, to help get good blood flow and good energy there. And then you want to be stimulating the ovary to help with the follicles growing, and then to help with ovulation, to help an egg be released. So working both of these is really, really good. So like I say, with the feet, you probably won't get around to working these points as much as the hands, but as often as you can remember, even if it's just in the evening, work these. And again, you can do this for a few minutes at a time, as often as you like. So you've got your pituitary gland, your uterus, and then your ovaries on the other side. So if you work the whole area on both sides, you will definitely get the points. So that is pre-ovulation. Once you've ovulated, you are working the same reflexes but slightly different. So you can work the pituitary gland, but you want to be working it lightly. You don't really want to be going in, just kind of work with a medium pressure. You can then work your ovary points, which are here on the outer side of your ankle, and you can be doing that with a medium pressure too. So this is really going to help get the progesterone going and help with the luteal phase of your cycle, like I said when I was demonstrating the hands. So again, do this on both feet. And then finally, you've got your uterus. So your uterus point is here, and you really want to be doing this gently. So all I did was I really just kind of like gently gave it, just like really lightly works this point, almost like really nurturing the point. Also just would hold my hands on it sometimes. It should feel quite warm. So another bit of advice, if your feet are feeling cold, make sure they're nice and warm, so you can wear nice thick fluffy socks, or give yourself a little bit of a foot bath with warm water, just to really make sure that all your reflex points are nice and warm, because this is really just going to help nourish all of them. So you can just hold the uterus point like so, you can gently work it, and while you're doing this, kind of imagine that your body is ready to conceive, things are happening that are meant to be happening, that there is an egg going down the fallopian tube, there's sperm meeting, there's an embryo there, it's implanting into your uterus. So when you work these points, you can be really mindful and just imagine all of these things happening to you and truly believing it's happening. So very lightly work the uterus. You don't want to go in hard. As you can see, I'm almost like just gently stroking and holding. So once you've done that foot, you can then onto the other foot. I'm not going to show you, just do exactly the same points that I showed you on this foot. So those are the hand and the foot reflexes. Just follow the instructions that I've given, and it will really help just to stimulate those reflexes and hopefully balance your cycles out and help you get pregnant. So I just wanted to share some other tips that I did to help before I fell pregnant. So these are just kind of healthy lifestyles. So just making sure I was hydrated all the time, eating healthily, making sure I'm eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. I also started eating a lot of leafy greens like spinach. I was eating a lot of eggs, avocados, and really just making sure I was getting all of my nutrients. So I was also taking a multivitamin. So your body needs all the nutrients and everything to thrive. So just make sure you're giving your body the opportunity to do so. What else did I do? Another thing I did was obviously making sure that my body was moving. So kind of light exercise, walking. I think I was doing a little bit of running at the time, but not too much. Some yoga, and just really making sure that my body and the blood flow and the circulation was going around the body. Another thing that I did was I started taking Agnus castus. I've mentioned this in one of my videos before, but this is basically a herbal supplement that can naturally help you ovulate. I took this and it helps to balance your cycles out. So even if you're not trying to get pregnant and you want to balance your cycles and help with ovulation, and even if you're just preparing yourself to get pregnant in the future, that's quite a good supplement to take. So do your own research on that and kind of have a look, but it kind of really felt that it really helped for me. And that was all really, I think. So if you've got any questions at all, please let me know and I will get back to you. If you could please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, I'll be so grateful. If you've got any video suggestions or anything you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.